triggered. Come on, man. Okay, let's finish this.
Several months I've been spending time with a new incarnation of the far right.
America first, bitch. It's not a bigoted thing. It's not a white nationalist thing or a hateful thing.
A movement that's formed online and defined by racism, misogyny, and homophobia.
Racism's the new rock and roll, and I'm the biggest rock star of all.
Using social media and streaming to radicalize its young audience.
Let me tell you, Joe. Black lives don't matter.
Isn't there some part of you that thinks like that's not really where I want to be?
No, I actually enjoy racist humor and misogyny.
I think that's awesome.
We need more racist jokes, to be honest.
Time when internet hate is increasingly leading to real-world conflict, I was attempting to understand the motivations and the techniques of a new generation of homegrown extremists.
You did a Nazi salute.
I did not do a Nazi salute. You should get the f*** out of my mouth.
From the front line of a cultural war.
Are you kind of making a documentary about me while I make one about you? Well, I can't tell you, but you're dealing with one of the world's most intricate internet trolls.
In Orlando, Florida, outside CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference, I was with the followers of a rising star of the far right. His name is Nicholas J. Fuentes, 22 years old and a fan of Donald Trump. He's considered too extreme, even for the right wing of the Republican Party, and it's banned from their event.
I'd like to go to CPAC. No, it's not. There are no more tickets on. There's no more tickets. CPAC sucks. It's gay. They're not conservative. Yeah, we're leaving. We're leaving.
Reportedly barred from CPAC, the last 2 years, Nick has run his own event, AFPAC, the America First Political Action Conference, a short distance away. We were the first television.
Okay, so here we are. This is going to be our conference tomorrow.
You're in charge of this, right?
Yes. We got our helpers around. They're just setting up the tables.
So they're putting out these, which are stickers, right?
Yes.
America First Bitch.
Yeah. There should be a comment there, because it's not like, you know, I'm an America First bitch.
They messed it up.
Yeah. Because I saw that.
That
I was
makes
like,
it sound like you're the bitch.
right, I know.
That's the worst possible outcome.
I know.
You could go around just doing a comma and all.
Yeah, we gotta get a white Sharpie. Otherwise, I know.
In terms of what America First represents, am I right in thinking that for you something you call demographics is,
Yes.
is big?
Critical.
What is that?
Well, demographics is just obviously the people that comprise the nation, and you know, people take that to mean race, and race is a big part of it. But
For you?
demographics,
Is it for you?
a big part of it. Period. I think.
Yeah,
you know,
race is wonderful for
racial
me, for
demographics
sure.
are very salient right now, given Black Lives Matter. But it's about recognizing that race is not everything, but it's not nothing. If you change the people in America and you change the place that is America, is it really still America anymore? Is it really still our home? I think that's the question. And the answer to me is no.
Am I right in thinking you want no immigration,
Yeah, more or less.
including legal?
Correct, yeah. How's the setup coming?
In the last several years, Nick has emerged as the new voice of the far right, hosting a nightly show which he streams from Chicago to thousands of homes around the US and the world.
Why do we need people coming into our countries? The United States was doing just fine before all these immigrants came here. We take them out of countries like the Middle East. How do they repay that generosity? They rape our children. And you see film.
In his broadcasts, Nick embraces views and language that are racist, homophobic, sexist, and anti-Semitic, packaging the most extreme statements as jokes and irony.
People say, Dick, what's your problem with Jews? What is your problem with the Jewish people? Why on earth do you have such a problem with them? I say, you know what? I have a big problem with Jews. There's not enough of them. There's not enough of them to go around. Hello, folks. Dick Wentz is here. We are in sunny Charlottesville, Virginia.
In 2017, aged just 18, he was at the infamous Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, where anti-racism protester Heather Heyer was killed by a Hitler-obsessed 20-year-old. The tragic outcome and the evident extremism of the event led to the disintegration of the so-called alt-right. Many younger members regrouped under Nick's leadership. I'm Louis, how do you do?
Fascist
Nice to meet you. You part of the cause.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
How did you first find out about Nick and America First?
Well, there was a lot of confusion and there were some very nasty people, kind of involved in different movements, different groups, and Nick was like one of the only people who was kind of identifying what these guys were doing wrong and how we could build something that was like infinitely better.
What did you see, Nick, that was, as you saw it being done incorrectly?
I went to Charlottesville to protest the removal of the Robert E. Lee statue. I went to Charlottesville to protest mass immigration. Then you get there and you see people throwing up a Roman salute and you see a Nazi flag and it's like, well, this isn't really what I signed up for. And all these people are like total freaks. They don't like America. They're not Christian. So what the hell are we really doing here? So America First kind of emerged from that window after Trump and after Charlottesville.
We're almost ready for a pass.
Okay, great.
Getting our,
That's what we'd love to do.
About Nick?
Yeah.
Who is yours for?
It's for America First.
Me. So you're hunting? That'd be cool. That'd be nice, because then you can decide what goes in and what
Charlie, well,
That's right.
that Andrew's a motherfucker.
What's going on, Junior? Are you going to AFPAC too? Yes.
How are you doing? Can we say hi? I'm Louis from the BBC. Nice to meet you. Are you part of America First as well? Oh, okay. No problem. Cute baby. I was curious to speak to a female.
Yeah.
So far, mainly been seeing guys.
Yeah, it's all guys. I mean, we try to, as best as we can, keep women out of the inner circle. Women, when they get involved in these dissident political movements, they tend to be a total disaster because this is a high-pressure, extremely high-pressure environment. Women tend to crack under the pressure, and they tend to cause friction within the group.
Is it your view that women really their role?
Women have been convinced that it's dignified to abandon your children, I mean, from their womb, literally, to go work in an office, to go work for a corporation. How sick is that?
Women should still have the right to vote.
I mean, I don't think so, but that's probably not going away anytime soon.
That's pretty fringe, isn't it? Thinking women maybe shouldn't have the right to vote.
Yeah, but, I mean, look, the society's broken. So, people that are in the mainstream are, they're participating in a totally broken system, So it's like, if the society's totally destroyed, wouldn't it be the people on the fringes that are, would have the antidote? Whatever side of the fringe, but wouldn't it be the people on the outside? Because the people on the inside are fucking everything up, for lack of a better word. That's how I feel.
As young fans, Nick is an icon. Many of them have come up socializing via online video games, immersed in the culture of the internet. How would you characterize what Nick is doing? Is he on the rise, do you think?
He has become, in only 4 years, the most successful dissident movement in modern history. And he has the capability to get thousands of young people to show up in any state at a moment's notice. How is he doing that? In that gaming and meme culture, right? And he uses the same type of ironic jokes that they do. So that's how he's able to attract a younger crowd.
You seem young. Are you at university at the moment?
I am,
You're
yes.
a student?
That's correct. It's important to get young people politically engaged to control control not only the direction that the country is headed as a whole, but especially the direction that the conservative movement is headed in.
Are you a gamer? Is that part of what's going on as well?
I think that's generally something that would fit into the personality of a lot of the attendees of this conference. I think, we generally like to game, a little bit of, Fortnite, Call of Duty here and there.
Sure. How did you connect with Nick?
We used to play Fortnite together.
You and Nick?
Yeah.
For real?
It's the new golf course. Through Trump, through politics and stuff, we kind of had similar ideas and stuff, and we just kind of became friends over the internet, over Twitter.
Alongside his gamer following, Nick has also made inroads in the political establishment. Among the attendees was former Congressman Steve King.
One of the things that Nick and America First have been criticized for is being racist, right? I mean, that's basically, he's accused of being a white supremacist, an anti-Semitic.
What we believe is that we are created by God, and all of us created in His image. And once you accept that, then there's no room for any racism whatsoever. And the interaction I've had with the young people that are here, this is the energy core that will put America back on the rails again, because so much of it has run off the rails in the last year.
The event was sold out, with around 300 attendees and thousands more watching live online. A young underground, bringing the taboo culture of the darker parts of the internet into the real world.
When I see what's going on in the country, I don't want to listen to
Mornin.
some of these 5-hour podcasts about policy making. I want to get in front of somebody and say, it's America first, bitch.
America first, bitch.
America
Big
is a
sissy girl.
Christian nation. America ceases to retain that English cultural framework
Fuck
and
America.
the influence of European civilization. If it loses its white demographic poor, and if it loses its faith in Jesus Christ, then this is not America anymore. And I know some people aren't going to like me saying this. I'm sure you all are going to love what I'm about to say, but people watching at home are not, some of them are not going to. It's controversial. Well, it's true, but it's something that you can't say anymore. White people founded this country. This country wouldn't exist without white people.
Wow. Hey, Pat, fuck you, mate. Put America first. Fuck it off, would you? You know what I mean? JFK wasn't a fucking racist, you ponce. America first. America first. A right wing, I think they're a fucking fascist group, me personally. You know what I mean?
To hear Nick's vision, using lies and distortion.
I knew a few
white identity.
that were in the United States.
The following day, Nick released
That
a
he
tweet
had very
from one of his
anti-Semitic
figures as a
fucking,
city congressman. A
and
reserve
even
for
going to go into a link.
Outside of its annual AFPAC get-together, Nick's movement exists largely as an online community, sharing ideas via message boards, in-jokes, and live streams.
Storming the Capitol right now? Really? Dude, I'm at the Capitol.
One of Nick's closest associates is a self-described internet troll named Mornin, better known as Baked Alaska.
Other side? Everyone, Patriots, let's go! Other side of the building!
Baked Alaska was at the US Capitol on January 6, 2021, where he live-streamed himself from a congressional office.
Hello, U.S. Senate. Yes, we have a fraudulent election. I would like to report. Yeah, we need to get our boy Donald J. Trump into office. We got over 10,000 people live.
The specializes in confrontational live streams and was facing a case of assault using pepper spray. Had arranged to meet at his house on the outskirts of Phoenix, Arizona. Knowing of his fondness for provoking those he views as political enemies, I would be attempting to maintain my composure. Hey, we're in the right place? How do you do? I'm Louis. May I come in? Hey Steve, how are you doing? Nice to see you. How are you doing? Should I call you Baked or Tim or? Baked is alright, how are you doing? Now I've already caught that we're being filmed.
Yes.
I
The
thought that might
BBC being
happen, and
filmed.
it's kind of part of what makes this interesting, right? Is it going out live?
No.
So is it just for your film?
Yeah, well, we just don't trust journalists, dude. Like, journalists have been my worst enemy. They suck. How am I supposed to trust the media when you have mainstream media literally pushing out narratives that I'm a neo-Nazi, I'm not a Nazi,
You behave one like one,
calling
Frank.
me a
Come on,
racist,
let's be honest.
neo-Nazi, etc.
You
So
know
how am
what
I
I mean?
supposed to trust the media?
I bet
Like,
you take it up the arse,
you
you
seem like a
prick.
cool guy. You're still part of the mainstream media, though.
You were at the Capitol insurrection, right?
I wouldn't call it an insurrection. Capitol riots.
But the riots?
An insurrection would be something that people planned. Hey, look, there were people there that did some dumb shit. I wasn't violent. I didn't vandalize anything. I am very right-wing, obviously, and I believe in, America first, but I want nothing to do with any sort of violence. Not,
You do consider yourself very right-wing.
yes. That is fair.
Far right?
I mean, I would say probably, yeah. Like, people will say far right as like a smear, and I used to be like, no, not far right. But, I mean, I just don't really care that much anymore.
Baked had grown up a child of Christian missionaries in Alaska and pursued a career doing viral journalism in Los Angeles. Later he created memes and performed social media stunts in support of Trump and the far right. Even your haters would describe you as a social media genius or a social media innovator.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think that's true?
Oh yeah, I mean, I worked for BuzzFeed as their social media strategist. I did the
It's
same.
a pretty liberal kind of more celebrity-focused outfit, right?
Yeah, very liberal.
You were at Charlottesville. You were chanting, "You will not replace us."
I believe white people should stand up for themselves, but I'm not like a white supremacist or nationalist or anything like that. I don't only want to be around white people. I think I would like to be around a majority of white people, similar to how our nation was founded. It was about like 75, 80%. I think that's fine because I want our country to stay homogenous.
But the ones who weren't white were in chains.
Well, I don't. That's for slavery, so. This little living room where I watch
Why have we got
first-
Nick Fuentes up there?
That's my favorite show. I was watching it before you guys came in.
For real?
Yeah. Nick is the most genius political mind I've ever come across.
In what way?
He just speaks exactly how it is from the heart, and he doesn't care if something's going to be seen as politically incorrect or anything like that. He just truly speaks the truth. He's only 22, and he's like, I'm ready for him to be president. Like, I know 100% Nick's gonna be president. You can clip that, you know?
Stephen, how are we doing for your documentary? Are you getting what you need?
Yes, sir.
Mainstream media is viewed as the enemy.
Of course, yeah. Type in Louis Theroux, and the first thing that comes up is like, Louis Theroux is a neo-Nazi or, whatever. It's not nice for that to come up as the first results.
Does it say on Wikipedia?
Yeah, look here. Tim Gene, more commonly known as Baked Alaska, is an American neo-Nazi, anti-Semitic conspiracy theorist.
You've tweeted that Jews control the media.
Yeah, I did that.
You can see how that would be anti-Semitic.
I think anti-Semitic is sort of like a made-up term. Like, I think Jewish people think they can't be criticized. If you said white people suck, that's literally an acceptable phrase in today's society in America, okay? If I said Jews suck, oh my gosh, oh, you're anti-Semitic. I don't think any group of people should get free pass.
I disagree with that.
What do you disagree with?
Well, the idea that the same rules should apply to all races, like where historically white people have been in power. You know, a lot of it is to do with how power sits.
If you're doing comedy or people are getting roasted, I think you should be able to use any means necessary. I mean, this is a great song. Have you seen this one? One more time, oh, one more time. I just wanna make fun of a little boy and I'll feel fine. Oh, one more time, oh, one more time. I didn't do nothing but I'll pay the price. Twitter is fucking gay. Twitter is fucking gay. Twitter is fucking gay. Twitter is fucking gay. Twitter's really gay. Oh yeah, fucking gay. Yeah. I made this when I got banned from Twitter. Oh, one more time. I didn't do nothing but I'll pay the crime. I didn't do nothing but I'll pay the crime.
I don't think I had heard that.
Nice. I'm glad I got to show that to you.
Do you remember what it was that got you kicked off Twitter?
I mean, dude, these days you don't really have to say much. And I think I said something like, ban all Muslims from the U.S. And then...
You wrote that on Twitter?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was funny. I don't support any immigration. You know, we can't have an unlimited amount of people here.
But if you want to ban all immigration, why did you mention Muslims specifically?
It was responding to Trump's immigration ban because a lot of the Muslims are higher risk for, you know, terrorist attacks and some shit like that.
But that you could see that was a kind of divisive and provocative statement.
Yeah, of course. That's why I tweeted it.
It was a puzzling formula, playing at being racist while also being racist and accusing critics of lacking a sense of humour.
Ah. Oh. Just gonna fucking...
The master of this approach was, of course, Nick. Since I'd last seen him echo further into his broadcasts, his agenda was white nationalist in all but name.
The people that are coming to
White
replace your own
nationalists.
country, you think they really like white people? They really care about white people? They want to kill you. They want to see you dead.
With white racial interests above all else.
Stop acting like black women. Black women are fucking obnoxious.
And harbouring a particular animosity towards Jewish people.
They will protect against hatred for everything except for Christianity, whiteness, and right-wing political views. Everything else is protected. If you're short, dumb, ugly, retarded, if you're in a wheelchair, if you're black, if you're Muslim, Jewish, if you're Jewish, if you're a Zionist, if you're Jewish, if you're in a wheelchair, if you're Jewish, it's all protected.
Following on from our encounter in Florida, he'd arranged to meet in his hometown of Chicago. I was curious to find out how a disturbing figure like Nick was cutting through to a large and growing audience of impressionable young men. In the past, a voice like yours would have had to come up through a TV network or some kind of news outlet, right?
Right.
But you built your voice and your platform using social media, would that be correct?
So I mean, I basically have a very intuitive sense, as all Generation Z do, on social media, smartphones, and the information ecosystem. You know, the mechanics of it are pretty straightforward, you know? I mean, you create
Fucking looking at
content,
it, that's the
share
thing,
it,
like, just
you hope that
fucking
people
sitting there
notice
and
it, and then
saying
they'll,
that's
you know,
weird.
that's what social media is.
But that time then you were a YouTuber in a sense.
I was a
I've
YouTuber.
got
Like
to go,
PewDiePie, like
Yeah!
'cause
I am
I'm
like
going
PewDiePie.
you dropped out of college. Were your parents pushing back at all? Thinking like, what's Nick doing? He's just in the basement recording like homemade videos.
Yeah, and that's, they pushed me. They said, you know,
My
what are
name
you
is
gonna do? You gotta get a job or go to school. You gotta have a plan. And I told them, why don't you just give me 1 year? to explore this, and if it works out, then I'll keep doing it.
Mate,
And if
you're
it
a
doesn't
fucking
work
white
out, then I'll
nationalist,
abandon it, and
supreme
I'll get a
slash
job, and I'll go
racist
back to
slash
school.
fucking
And, it
motherfucker.
worked out.
Tell you what, that Andrew's a motherfucker. I told you all about him. You know what I mean? Oh, you know Andrew, he's drunk. He's a fucking bellend, that's what he is.
Did someone say you were a
You
sick
know what I
guy?
mean?
Yeah, people, well, I mean,
Fucking wanker, fuck him.
imply it.
Hate monger.
Yeah, I'm not a hate, I'm a love monger. I'm not your mongering love.
In one of the pieces of footage I'd come across, Nick had talked about our meeting in Florida and his impression of me.
Alexander says, what's Louis Theroux like? Is he doing a documentary with you? He is. You know, he has the same problem that all journalists do. He's pretentious, you know? Here's a little piece of advice. To be a good investigator, you gotta be humble, okay? We may talk about Jewish power, and we may talk about black crime, but that doesn't mean that, you know, I wake up every day animated by racial hatred. You know, I mean, that's just retarded, frankly. So, and pretentious liberal journalists either are, you know, too arrogant to understand that, they think they know it all or whatever, or they don't even care, and they just have their own agenda, they've got their worldview.
Mate, you're a
It was
fucking...
almost a little bit
Do you know what?
disappointing. It was almost
I've
a
seen
little
more
bit
fucking
disappointing.
meat on a washed fork,
It's your
you
parents'
fucking
place,
little
isn't it?
rump.
Yes.
Shut your mouth,
Your
I'll
parents
fucking
around?
strangle you.
No, they're not around.
Back at his parents' house where he lives, recording his streams from the basement, I decided to challenge him on his comments. I saw the monologue you did about me.
Yeah, I did do a monologue about you.
I just want you to know that I fundamentally disagree with what you promote and with what you stand for. But I'm here because I'm curious about you.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Totally. You disagree with what I
I've got
stand
all
for.
my new
I
logo,
disagree with what
shout
you
out to
stand for.
Tim for doing the
But I'm
design
gonna
for the
operate with
channel,
people in
for the
good faith.
page.
I wonder if it's helpful just to
Yeah, big up
almost
to
like
him.
put the cards on the
Big
table
up
in
to
a way,
Foxy,
right?
big up to
Because
Chopper,
you've been characterized
big
as
up
white
to me mods,
nationalist, right,
every one of
repeatedly.
them.
Sometimes you come
Wow.
near to embracing the term. And all through,
Yeah.
so much of your commentary is an idea of like
I need to
white
start going
racial
back in the
identity
cesspit,
being core
mate.
to your belief system.
You know,
I'm
I
not
need to start
advocating on
going
my
back
show
on
for a
panels for
whites
the crack.
only nation or for ethnic cleansing or for this idea that non-whites cannot participate in American identity or America.
What you do think is that America should be majority white.
Yes, yes.
I saw a video of you, it looked like an undercover recording,
It was. I know what you're talking about.
where you said, someone said, you think mixed race relationships are like bestiality, and your reply was, well, they're both degenerates.
Jesus, how you
This
can't
was
say
like
that.
4 years ago. It was a private conversation. But, you know, I was playing devil's advocate about this idea that interracial relationships are totally like the best idea. I happen to be very old school. I'm very traditional. It's not a value that I have that that's a good thing or even necessarily something that's appropriate. It's not a bigoted thing. It's not a white nationalist thing or
You're a
hateful
fucking
thing,
ace.
which
If
is-
you're a
You
racist, you're a
people all around
nationalist.
us, you were talking about gay
Or you
people
have
getting married,
nationalist views.
and your line was like, I don't want them getting married.
Motherfucker.
And other people say, I don't care what you do as long as you do it in your bedroom.
Right.
And you said, I don't even want you doing it in your bedroom.
Yeah, I think it's gross what goes on there. And, no, I don't think they should be doing it. Some people, because
Well,
conservatives.
now you were less careful. That was interesting.
What do you mean less careful?
Well, there was no irony. There was less of a twinkle in your eye when you said that.
Well, I mean, look, yeah, I make a lot of jokes online. I am ironic a lot of the time, but people can discern my real views. I'm Catholic. The Catholic view is we want to live in a decent, virtuous society where people are not doing immoral, you know, gravely sinful things.
You have expressed a degree of sympathy or even common cause with avowed white nationalists.
Well, I don't understand the hang up on, so why are you not a white nationalist? So aren't you a white nationalist? I mean, why are you so interested in that in particular, categorizing me as that thing? That to me is...
Because that's the most prohibited part of your beliefs. What makes you Nicholas J. Fuentes, right,
Right.
is the fact that there's a racial component.
Right.
Right? Even the right wing of the Trumpers, what makes you different from them
Oh.
is that we talk about Jewish power,
Right.
alleged Jewish power, and black crime, and that you were talking about specifically white identity.
I want America to work. I believe in America. We just got to stop immigration. That's all.
Can we watch you doing your show?
Yes.
Nick told me his streams, posted on his own website, reach as many as 10,000 live viewers a night.
Good evening, everybody. We're watching America First. My name is Nicholas J. Fuentes. We have a great show for you tonight. Very excited to be back with you here tonight on Monday. Seems like Israel-Palestine.
Though he is technically banned from most social media companies, clips from his show often go viral and are seen by millions across different platforms.
When you go out there and you say, I don't care about the grounding of America, and you say that there's going to be no consequences from that, that people are interchangeable, well, you're lying.
He said he makes up to $4,000 per show from people who pay him to respond to their messages, and that the donations have made him a millionaire.
And Mornin Trump says, can women even be funny, though? No, they can't be. And often when they're funny, they're unintentionally funny. The real question is, can women be intentionally funny? The answer is no.
After nearly 3 hours of non-stop streaming, close to midnight, Nick came up.
As always, I'm Nicholas J. Fuentes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, have a great rest of your evening. Okay.
Wow. Did you enjoy that?
Well, it's more enjoyable in the first hour.
Baked Alaska thinks you're going to be president one day.
Oh, yeah? I don't know about that. But maybe.
You'd like to be.
I would. Not gonna lie. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't want to?
I wouldn't.
No?
No, we wouldn't want to be the president of the United States.
Nick's political aims are supported by many in far-right circles.
And fuck all the racists on
Neo-Nazi
the
Daily
planet.
Stormer website has repeatedly endorsed his strategy of pushing a more PR-friendly brand of white nationalism.
It's not white nationalism.
His main constituency has been
Fucking
online
lying.
gamers,
Ah!
incels, and so-called irony bros.
Oh,
This guy's a fucking winner, dude. Like, this guy's a fucking winner. He's gonna do what it takes to win, you know?
One of those who lent early, enthusiastic support in his homemade streaming show was a gamer named Matt Evans, better known as Beardson Beardley. A friend and political ally of Nick's, who discussed the need for a less off-putting,
Oh,
more
Jesus.
optical version of white nationalism in freewheeling online conversations.
We're having a lot of success politically. The message is getting out. We're waking people up. People are talking about ending democracy. Now is not the time to be fucking around and to be caught off guard because
Right.
you want to be nice.
Oh,
Well, you know what?
it's 12 and
Sabotaging the white
55.
race and sabotaging our movement isn't nice.
I met him briefly at AFPAC. Since then, candid footage from an anonymous source had been posted online showing him leaving the event in Nick's car and delivering what looked very much like a Nazi salute. Another grainy image suggested it might not be by mistake. Beardson lives in a small town in western Kentucky. You got that off the internet?
Yeah, I got
How much did they charge you for that?
It was only like $12. Wasn't that committed to
12
anything.
bucks? I thought it'd be more than that.
No,
A plain t-shirt costs more than that.
I don't
I
know.
must take value off it having my face on it. How you doing?
Doing alright.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no problem. So, like, why do you, like, why the hell do you want to talk to me?
Well, because you were at AFPAC, and they call you a general in the movement. They call you Nick's general, one of his trusted lieutenants.
I don't know about that, but...
This is so weird talking to you with three faces of me staring back. We're trying to get a sense of the movement, so-called dissident right, whatever you want to call that thing that
Yeah.
you're part of, that used to be called white nationalism, but I guess that's not a term that's in favor anymore.
No, I mean, I'm not a nationalist or anything. I
You
mean,
kind of have to say that. To be
no.
optical.
No, I'm not even a political guy. No, I'm a gamer, dude. I play video games.
Is that the line you're taking? Because it is a political movement. Like the Knicks outfit is explicitly political.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm just friends with the guy.
Are we all right to go in?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. This is your new place. You just moved in?
Literally just, like, 3 hours ago, picked up the keys to this place.
Oh, okay. How would you characterize what you do?
Comedian.
kind of a troll, could we say?
Yeah. I mean, as far as like, I don't know, my vague political beliefs or whatever, I mean, I'm a punk rock kid, you know? I look at whatever is anti-authoritarian. I've always been a guy that goes against the grain, you know, making edgy jokes on the internet is punk rock, you know what I mean?
We're not going to be silly about it and pretend that there's no racial dimension to what you're involved in.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, like, you have to be honest about it and have a conversation about it, but it's not some, like, racial hatred, you know? But that's the way it always
Didn't mean
right?
to make you cry.
Of race, or you talk about racial division in this country, then obviously it must mean that you hate all the other races. That's the way that it's perceived every single time, and it's not true.
So, how was that packed?
But speeches would be cool, I guess.
Can I get something out of the way?
Yeah, but
Okay. So on the last day I was there, you were leaving with Nick in a car,
yeah.
and you did a Nazi salute.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I was just trying to wave.
But it was quite clearly a Nazi salute.
That wasn't a Nazi salute.
Can we look at it?
Look, if I did, like, it was an accident if it was. I mean, I was just trying to do like a, you know, one of those.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it looked kind of bad, I'll be honest with you. It did look bad. I'm not a Nazi, man. Like, if this is what it's gonna be, like, I'm not gonna...
No, but we've got to, I mean, I would look like a chump if I didn't bring it up, right? Wouldn't I?
I think you look like a chump bringing it. Do you really think I'm a Nazi? See, look, right there. You see how I'm going like that? Like a military salute.
That one, but you did it twice. You're at an event whose entire kind of raison d'etre really is to say, hey, you know what? We're not the alt-right. We don't want anything to do with those guys.
Yeah.
We don't want swastikas. We don't want any of that
Right.
Hitler esoteric.
Right.
You know, it says you had one job,
Right.
and you failed because you did two Nazi salutes.
I did not do a Nazi salute.
Well, it looked like, you know that word optics?
Yeah.
That term like...
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with the term optics.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm familiar with is the term bad journalism. You should get the fuck out of my house.
I'm not in your house.
Yeah, well you can leave, because I don't want this interview done.
Can we de-escalate, please?
No. Are you sitting there, gonna sit there and say I'm doing a Nazi salute?
I asked you if you were. It was quite evident. You looked like
Get
one.
the fuck out of my house. Are you kidding me?
When did you lose your sense of humor?
When did you lose your sense of integrity?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye. How about you go back to the UK and sit on fucking dick and spin? How about that? We're talking about it.
Rejected by a surprisingly thin-skinned troll. What was most striking was that someone who gave Nazi salutes was also offended by being asked about them. But we weren't finished yet.
What's going on, my dudes?
Beardson was about to hit back on his one-man streaming channel.
I wanted to go live to talk about my latest experience that I just had. Louis just had it just a second ago.
And if you're watching this, Louis, which I'm sure you probably are, yeah, go fuck yourself.
You're a disingenuous head.
Oh, hey, I'm getting a phone call right now. I'm getting a phone call.
Hello?
Hey, I'm watching you.
Yeah? Are you?
We were about to have a conversation. I asked you a straightforward question. Like, how did you expect that would not come up?
Because you're the only person that has ever once said that to me about that. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with your pretentiousness, and I'm not dealing with your slander, okay? You can either listen to what I have to say, or you can go fuck yourself.
Well, I understand you're annoyed now. Why don't you explain to me what your views are?
Why don't you explain to me how you're a total fucking scumbag? How about that? I'm not dumb. I'm not an idiot, Louis. You're not goading a fucking interview out of me. You are a piece of shit, and I don't like you.
Listen, you're involved in a movement that's been characterized by its enemies as white nationalists.
Here, Louis, go fuck yourself. I have nothing else to say to you. Eat shit. Bye-bye. Guess what, Louis? My country's better than yours. My friends are cooler than you. I'm cooler than you. I'm tougher than you. I'm smarter. I'm stronger. I'm really the total package.
And you're weak, and you suck. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck you too, mate, you fucking knobhead. I get you. Louis, leave Louis alone. Louis alright.
Vincent's machismo seems symptomatic of American
You know what I
first
mean?
and the
Pretentious
far-right
prick.
male persona generally.
Yeah. Don't mind him, Louis.
Given
Would
the
be a
pervasive
mixture of the
misogyny
knocking
of
out
the
them
movement,
beaver teeth.
I was curious to meet a woman in any way connected with America First.
Yeah, knock out them beaver teeth.
This is Dr. Milfy. How are you doing
No
today?
time. Alright, cunt.
I'm doing all right.
See that Andrew bastard?
Ricky
See
Benton
him?
is a sometime friend of Nick Fuentes
And everybody,
and
yeah,
David
boo Andrew. Fuck Andrew. Talking about digging up people's mum.
She
Hey.
too was raised on the
Hey,
internet,
I fucked
gravitating
your,
to the darker
I fucked
areas
your
of the
dead
web.
mum. No chance,
There's
I'm
also
gonna
been
slaughter that
charged with
cunt to
faked
fuck.
Alaskans.
All you do is say talk over you.
In her online videos, she plays the role of a gamer girl who trolls her mainly male audience for donations.
Like, it's not my fault that I deserve money more than you. It's not my fault that someone likes me more than you.
Lately, Brittany had fallen out with Nick Fuentes and his team. She said due to some jokes she'd made about them online.
This whole fucking meeting, man.
I'm always hated. It makes
Ah!
sense to me. What do I have to lose by telling the truth?
Yeah. Nah, like I said, I'm gonna set up a podcast, my own
Arranged to see her
podcast.
at her home in New York.
I'm gonna have a few people on, and I'm going to start
How do you
interviewing,
do? May I come in?
you know what I mean? So,
So this is where you do your work.
morning, Dale.
And you've got a pink purple MAGA hat up there. Are you a Trump fan?
I like the fact that he trolls. That's my favorite part of him. He lowered taxes and he's kind of like provocative. Kind of like how my style is. It reminds me of that. You don't mind getting a pink mug, do you?
I like a pink mug.
Anyway,
That's
any
pretty
plans for today?
I was curious how Brittany had got involved in the far right in the first place, and where she stood with it now.
You were at Charlottesville, right, when they were chanting, you will not replace us.
Alex is 40 today.
I didn't even know fully the details
My
about
little
Charlottesville.
brother, man,
I was told
is
3
40.
days ahead of time by a friend,
Another
like,
promise
you
I
need to go to
kept,
this event, you need to
you
go to
know,
this
to
event.
keep
What
him
about the
safe.
message and the whole Jews will not replace us chant?
Like to
I
my
assumed
ma,
that they
like,
were
you know
just
what I mean?
joking, like,
Like,
saying it,
so
like,
it's Alex is
tongue-in-cheek.
40
Because
today,
one person said it,
but
and then
he's
some
going to
people
Turkey
started
for his
saying it.
birthday.
So that's why I say maybe some people are joking about it. I don't know.
Oh, thanks, Bob. He'll like that. He'll appreciate that.
I mean, people say stuff that's like anti-Semitic, but it's like tongue-in-cheek sometimes. So, like
Well,
I said, the line of irony
What you were saying
sometimes
to me
gets a
this
little
morning,
bit blurry. I think you
yeah,
should be able to joke about most things so long as it's not like threatening to harm someone.
it is what
You
it
were
is.
online very early, right?
Yeah, I didn't have any friends.
Anyway,
And that's why I turned to the internet.
when you're
For
better
friendship.
and you're ready.
Was there some sense in which
Morning,
you were
Robert.
finding your
Give me
community
chicks.
online?
Oh,
hugging and
definitely,
kiss.
for sure. I thought it was so funny. It was just so wild back then,
That's
like the Wild
plenty.
West.
From being inside the movement somewhat, right, which we could say you were, right?
Yeah, I've seen,
Done
I've
the
been
exact
able
same
to
thing to
observe
me.
a lot of it.
What's your
After
take
going for
on
an
what
operation, I won't forget this.
America First is about and what Nick Fuentes is about?
But
Back in the day,
I've
I
already
definitely thought more of it was
been on the
joking
phone
than not.
to
But
the
then
last
it became
person.
not a joke.
You know who I
Like,
mean, I'm not
for
saying too
example,
much
when
on
they
here.
say like, don't race
Cross
this,
the
and
water.
you have to be like, none at all, like that type of
One
thing.
sec, Bob, one sec.
Or when it's like about all women are whores, it's like, no, that's actually not tongue-in-cheek like I initially thought. Because I thought like, oh, well, like, I'm not the modern woman, I definitely don't
Oh,
have a husband and I
You
can
know,
still
Foxy
live, like,
come up to me last night.
there should be no reason.
And he
to
knew
follow
I was in
tongue-in-cheek,
agony.
but no,
You know,
not
he's
gonna
not just a mod, he's me
happen. So I
pal.
realized that
and
when I saw like
I
how
was, like I said, I've been in
horrible they were
fucking
to me.
agony.
And by horrible you mean
You know,
insulting,
you know what I'm talking about, Bob.
harassing, try to report you,
But,
get your stuff taken down.
I think
Yeah,
the worst
it's
thing I've
like-
seen is history bits and things.
But anyway, he
Seen
come
that?
up last
Yeah,
night.
I did see
He's
it
definitely a
once.
good guy, because like I said, and it's not cause he's fucking,
Yeah,
he's dropped me shit off.
Yeah.
It's like, well it is, it's like he went out of his way to help me, do you understand? It's like
I'm
fucking.
going to fucking put my dick in your fucking asshole. I'm gonna remove your pants. I'm gonna remove my pants. I'm gonna stick my dick in your ass. I'm gonna rape you because you're such a dumb fucking bitch that you do not understand. You have evolved yourself into a community that you do not understand. And for that, you're going to anyway, right?
Right, Bob. Oh, you dirty bastard, man. You're not funny at all, mate. I'd fucking you. I tell you one thing. I'd love you to say that in
I
front of
mean,
me.
I
If
get
I'm a
that
grape
there's
son.
a sense
grab
of
you by
humor
the
with the
neck.
obscenity of it.
How does
like,
that sound? Does that sound
but
okay?
it
hon?
doesn't make it okay to do that because it's so like extremely inappropriate and
Testing. 1, 2.
disrespectful. I feel like disrespectful is too nice of a
With a
word.
beautiful woman.
I just think it's because his buddies didn't like me, so it's like, oh, you can't like Brittany Betsy, so gotta tell you.
Really?
I think that's what it is because, like I said,
Right,
all of them
there
love
we
women
go.
no matter what
Let
flavor
me
of
test
woman
this
you are.
now. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Attacks on Brittany by her former friends.
Bob, can you hear me?
Opened her eyes to the misogyny of the movement she'd been part of. But it was striking that she still made light
Rob,
of the
can you hear me,
hatefulness of
mate?
the anti-Semitic chanting in Charlottesville. Experts
Can anyone hear me?
the greatest terrorist threat in the US.
Can anybody hear me? Hello?
Highlight the global reach of the message. It was after a 2019 attack in Christchurch,
Can you hear me?
New Zealand, in which 51 Muslims were killed by terrorists steeped in a culture of the internet. The fate Alaska
Roy, can you hear me now?
rising video.
Is that any better?
The New Zealand shooting. It was so obvious that this guy was
Sweet.
radicalized by the alt-right and became
Yeah, he come up late. He come up last night, yeah. Foxy. He come up with me medicine. Fair play to him. You know what I mean? And the boys, Mark's already given him a nickname and all. You know what I mean? But Mark's having a party on the 17th.
Embracing a full-time career as a live streaming internet troll.
No, I mean, it's like, I won't get pinned during myself, you know what I mean, because you're not there.
With that in mind, I arranged to meet him in
Uh,
streaming.
about 20 minutes away, I think.
The online community.
I feel like shit, bro, but it is what it is, you know, but thank you very much for asking. Yeah, Mark's having a party on the 17th. You're more than welcome, Bob. If you feel alright, like I said, I'm not asked about the bleeding party, you know what I mean? It won't be a party if you're not here. It's like, you know, but it's not, it's like I said,
Tell them we had a special guest today. And that was me? That was you, yeah.
With baked with two other lower profile far-right streamers, one going by LOL, another Loser.
How's it going?
Nick and Bates documentary maker friend Stephen Martinez.
I haven't got a fucking clue, honey. But like I said, Alex is 40 today now. Like I said, I done something what not a lot of people can say that they've done, Bob, and you know what I'm talking about. I've kept me two brothers safe. You know, the promises that I made to me mum when I die in bed. We've stuck to them. You know, keep your eye on the boys. You know, and yeah, but it'll be alright. It could be on a Friday, but I'll get a bottle of gin and anyway, just to have there and some ice and you know what I mean. Like I said, I'll be a barman that night. I don't drink, so you know. And how mad is it, right? Me poor ma, right? She always wanted us to be, you know, near because we're close. Lisa will tell you, you know what I mean? Me and my family are like that. My brothers to back me. What do you mean, where's the party? Hey, where's the party? In me fucking garden. where's the party? It's not really a party, it's just a few mates having a few beers, whatever. Right now, I don't drink beer. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm the doorman, let's say. And I know the fuck about here, you already know that, don't you?
It's comedy, it's edgy humor.
Me missus will tell you, like, I don't take shit off anyone. It's like, we've earned our respect around here, and it's like, you know, there's not many Irish families. Yeah, I'm busy, but it's only for a few hours. I'm not going to the fight. I'm not going, listen, I'm not going. I adore her, Pablo. You know what I mean? She's not too far from me, and she's a decent girl. Like, I know me mother like and all, I'll put it that way, right? Me brothers like that instantly. I knew they would, you know, 'cause she's got a big heart, and you know what I mean? It's like the first time, like, we were speaking for a while, and it took me 2 months to get a fucking number. But there's a lot of trolls on here, so it's very hard not to, when she's in the chat, not to tell her I love her, like, but people use that against me. You know, that's the only thing you can do. And see that Andrew cunt? Thanks fella. Well, this is what I'm saying, right? It's like, even if my whole family didn't like her, it wouldn't have mattered to me. But I already knew how my family would be with her. You know what I mean? And like I said, like, we'd be together near, not far off 6 months. You know what I mean? But like I said, because of her, I've been able to, like, let go a lot of hatred that I carried for the ex-missus. Like, it didn't go well, bro. Like I said, 23 years over here, I woke. And I promised never, ever, ever to be under the thumb again. I also promised never to be a woman again. Because what's the point, you know what I mean? Because you end up arguing in the end and breaking up, and then you end up fucking sectioned. Like, I'm a loyal guy, me. You know, if I'm with a chick, like, now, I can say this hand on the heart on my man dad's ashes, and now the blessed lady over there, right, let me take it from my own hands, because I'm having a fucking joint while I'm trying to play. But I swear, over there, I was like, a daughter just told me so. I'm not worthy of love. And everybody's worthy of love. It's just like I didn't believe it, and I wasn't looking for a relationship at all. And like I said, she wouldn't give me a bleeding number for nearly 2 months, you know what I mean? So I knew she was a decent chick. Do you understand? Whereas chicks just give out their number, not a problem. You know what I mean? And I was like, my mother loving her. And do you know what makes it better for me, Pablo? My 2 brothers and my sister said the exact same thing to me. They went, you know, my mother loving her, you know. But I already knew that. It's just like I said, I see certain shit before it happens, and if I open my mouth to anybody about it, it won't happen. Listen, my missus will tell you, right? I'm straight. Are you taking the piss? You mocking me? Compliment me on the line, insult me on the next damn. I'm really sorry you want me to have a heart attack. Stand. Listen, that ain't mad, but man, how can you have a man bun? Asshole. Fucking brilliant. Nah, do you know what? It's like, yeah, shout out to Foxy as well. He's not just me mod, he's me friend. It's like, and Pablo, I had to bring somebody here, right, in order to clarify a few things. Let's say I showed him a few things on my Facebook. I'll let him listen. I've been offered to do a book, right? Now, I was asked to do it last year by Scott. You know what I mean? And Bernard O'Mahony is the publisher. Scott Leon Knight is the author. The book is called Back to the Old School, and it's about the dance culture in Ireland in the 90s, 1991. Yeah, ecstasy had just covered the city in a blanket. And for about nearly 2 years, the murder rate went down, the crime rate went down. Yeah, the violence went down. Once cocaine blanketed the city, you know, there's too much money to make in it, and it's very hard to walk away because, like I said, if you look, I found a photograph of me, and I was at a funeral, and it was my best mate, two best mates, Neil Douglas and Robert Murray. My mate had a massive heart attack. He had a massive asthma attack on Boxing Day a few years back, and he couldn't breathe. Now, because he's chronic asthma, and his dad had the same as well. His dad, Con Murray, he had a big bottle of oxygen in the bedroom always, with a thing like that, and a fucking, one of them nebulizers. Anyway, like I said, he fucking had a massive heart attack because he couldn't breathe. It's like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start, I was broken, but we were at his funeral anyway. So someone took a picture. Hey Lisa, so someone took a picture, and it was me mate's dad, four good friends of mine. There's me, there's Dougie, that's Dottie Douglas's nephew. Now, you know what happened to Dottie Douglas, don't you? You know, they shot him 3 times. Listen, it's a passage of light, don't worry about it. You know, it happened to me. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be doing things that you're not supposed to do. Yeah, that's me other half one. But see that Andrew is a cunt, and I'll tell you what, you cannot keep making allowances for people when they're either drunk or off their nut. Now, if it was a once off, you'd say, alright, I'll have a word with Andrew, whatever, He is nothing but a cunt. Telling people, oh, I'm gonna dig up your dead mum and shag your dead dad. Man, I tell you, you know, if you lived near me and you said something like that to me, I'd kick your fucking door in. I'm telling you now, I swear on me children's lives. You know, if you told me that, I'd find out where you lived and I'd go on my own and I'd get in your house without you even knowing and wake you up. Know what I mean? Hey, a rude awakening, you know what I mean? Not them kind, yeah, because he's a fucking cunt, you know, and he's a horrible man. He's a horrible drunk. He can't face reality, so he has to get wasted every day. I'll tell you what, I'd love him to have my skeletons, you know what I mean? He's a weak individual, that's what he is. Anybody that says anything about your fucking dead mum, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Your mother is your fucking queen, you know, like, and a lot of us when we lose our mother, we lose our mind, do you understand? Now, you tell me a man, an Irishman, that wouldn't be triggered if someone said, I'm gonna dig your mum up and fucking right up. See him, he's getting it on me. You know what I mean? Give him an hour. Yeah. You know what I mean? The cunt. Me brother's 40 today. You know what I mean? I got me 2 brothers. You know, not just away from the area. You know, you've always had a good role model. Because, you know, if they done anything, I'd be on their ass. You know, and me little brother's 40 today, you know, and it's like, I never thought I'd live to see it. That's the truth. I wasn't. Yeah, but how can you ignore something like that? Now, it's not my business. But I tell you what, if it was, you can pay for information, right? Because there's a lot of people on here, yeah? Oh, thanks, Lisa. Like I said, you know what I mean? He's a knobhead. And you see the other fella, yeah? Honestly, man, I've seen more me on a fucking wash fork. Fucking rat. Nah, listen, I couldn't have having a day. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Pablo. I couldn't have having it. Look, like I said, I don't want to keep going over it, but it's like pains away and never letting you forget. Does that make sense? Like, if scars could talk, I'd be a fucking orchestra. Do you understand? Fuck it now. The reason I never call people out on me missus will tell you. Look at me hand. See me hands? Now, you don't get that. Now, do you see my knuckle? I hit somebody really hard once, right? I hit them that hard. My knuckle went down there, about there. You know what I mean? I drove my hand through his fucking face. Now, just look at that. See that? That's why I don't call men out. You know what I mean? Because I slapped the fucking lips out. You know what I mean? Like I says, I have the same mentality I had at 15. Except without the violence. I don't like trouble. It's like, but I like bullies. You know. That, now, like I said, but yeah, that kind of upset me. I bet it is. It's like, you know how we are with our Mars. You know, our Mars fucking didn't do anything on anybody. You know, they never sent us out to do wrong. You know, my ma, like, was ashamed. You know what I mean? I do alright, council fucking sitting in me bleeding house having tea, biscuits and ham sandwiches. You know what I mean? And this cunt is telling me, you know what I mean, there's 2 of them and a woman. Listen, we're not here to alarm you or anything but your son. We need to have a chat with him. So, I come in. Now, I'd never seen them before. They're in my house, right? Now, my fucking mentality, right? So, alright, I'll hold my hands up, right? A lot of cars were getting stolen, right? Let's say I was in a few of them. And because of what was my activities, what I was doing. And I wasn't doing much. Just a bit of weed and a few pills. And, you know, nothing heavy, like. Anyway, fuck's sake, man, I come home and go in the kitchen and I'm like, I wonder who the fuck they are, you know what I mean? So I go to the press, get a chocolate biscuit, you know. My ma says, Joe, there's someone here to talk to you. And I was like, what you want? Sit down, don't fucking tell me. Just sit down in my own house. What? Are you feds? Get out. Have you got what? No, we're not police, Joe. Listen. Tell you what, come on, me go outside. So he puts his arm around me and he goes, you know I know your uncles. And I was like, right. He goes, and I've had a word with your uncles. 2 of them. Now, only because I know your uncle, you'd probably be getting a clatter on me, and me, because of me attitude and me chip on my shoulder, I was like, go on, swing, I'll fucking dare you. Go on, do it. Hey, you won't get out of this fucking gate, you won't get out. You know what I mean? It's like, and he told me then who he was. It's like, well, who he was there to represent, and I just shut my mouth. Yeah, do you watch Sinn Feiners is all I'll say. Anyway, he said to me, right, he said, this is more of a courtesy. If you don't stop selling drugs and robbing cars, I don't rob no cars, why you don't sell drugs? What? He said, Jude, he said, it's up to you whether you listen to this or not. He says, but if you don't stop what you're doing, we'll put a stop to it. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the cunts were having tea and biscuits in me gaff. You know what I mean? Like one of them being, who the fuck is that guy? 1 sec. Ah! You fucking hello?
Mr. McDonald,
How's it going?
I'm from Mornin and Lambert, we're doing gas auditing.
Yeah, brother, come in.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, man. What are you doing? Checking the gas?
I'm doing a gas audit, yeah.
And what, do you need to be in here?
No, I need the boiler and the gas meter.
Yeah, man, sweet boss.
Alright.
Yeah, not a problem, mate.
No, worries.
But, yeah, so anyway, right, so I told me bleeding mates, right, Snuggles, right. Now, my mate was a great driver, right. But anyway, right, so, everything's about timing, right. So, let's say they come to my house on the Thursday afternoon, right, so, like I said, for the Irish people in the chat will know who I'm on about, but like I said, when he told me who he was and what he was there for, my attitude disappeared. No, he is, he's killed. He has a badge on him and all that. Like, it's no, it was supposed to happen today, I got that. Anyway, so, that night, now if you know the way Balliol where I used to live in Cherry Orchard, right? Where I lived on the Avenue 93. Now it's right up where the park is. So right across from my house is this massive park, man. Now it's like horses everywhere, fucking back then, you know what I mean? Like I was only 15 at the time, right? But yeah, well, it's crazy, like, over here, like, you know, and, like, this is, like I said, the houses around here are run by a group, I think, called North Cheshire. They were all private, all the houses, back 27 years ago. But that was 27 years ago, So anyway, right, I went out and I told me mate, right? Not too far, Lisa. Right, you have Tommy's shop down here, right? You know, if you come back up, you go round the roundabout, go up, and before you turn the next roundabout, I live there. I live here in the community centre, was here. So all my mates used to congregate across the road from mine, because they didn't want their mas and dads seeing what they were up to. They certainly didn't want their mas and dads seeing them pulling fucking handbrakers, you know what I mean, fucking up and down donuts. Anyway, so that particular night, same thing, me mate went out, got a car, come back, you know, right, and well, Lisa, if you look on my YouTube channel, I posted a video last night, of yes, it's this. It's like it's just a fucking 1 minute video, and in the mere Bugsy Malone that what's it called? Welcome to the Hood. Yeah, is is the tune, and it's just a little collage of certain pictures, and I put one up. I don't know if you know Snuggles or Deco or Glen Ian, you know, but Lions, uh, you know what I mean? Like me mates, brothers, sisters, one sister. Yeah, yeah, that's me other half, you know what I mean? It's like fucking adore her, I do. And well, like I said, go and look on the video, Lisa. Now, I'm in white. Now you'll recognise a few of the people in it. Anyway, right, so I told Snuggles, right, I've had these wankers. I always tell you, I love you. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, like I said, I wasn't looking for a relationship, and me and Lisa were talking for a while, and you know what I mean. And if you know, don't you? It's like, like I said, it took me 2 months to get a number. You know what I mean? And it's like, like I said, the way I feel about her, right? I know me ma would have liked, and me brother said the exact same thing to me, and me sister. It's like now, see me sister. Like I said, you know what I mean? No one's ever good enough for your brother, or you know what I mean? But they all recognise like what I seen, what I seen. Uh, yeah. So like I said, I have after a 23-year relationship with me two eldest kids, man, it took a lot out of me, mentally, physically, emotionally. It fucking broke me, and when you're trying to be strong, see, when, what I was about to say something there, it's going on me brain now. Bob, remind me, it's like, but let me get back to this, right, so do what, right, I had Sinn Féiners in my house on the Thursday, right, so we were all at the corner, there was me, Deco, Harpo, fucking hell, even Mark Desmond was up there that night, cause I used to pal around with Mark Desmond. The guinea pig, he's dead now, right, but he was a bully, like, but anyway, yeah, he shot a few people and he got caught. I'll talk to you soon, my love. I know, don't be getting... Foxy last night, he's like, bro, stop, I get sick. You know what I mean? When I tell me chick I love her, I'm not afraid to fucking express how I feel. You know what I mean? It's like, all these so-called tough guys, like, you never hear them talking about their feelings or their mothers or, you know what I mean? Because they know it could be used against me, but I'm solid. People have checked me out at home and in my city that I live in. You know what I mean? And I'm a nice person. Until you do something to one of my own. It's like, but I'm a fucking grown ass man. And I'm not on here to call people out. I know I lose me shit sometimes, but like I said, I am in a lot of pain. It's like, but see, Foxy, he's not just me mod, he's me friend. It's like, I invited Foxy here. I took a chance. I had to bring one of me mods here. I can't bring fucking Chop or Pablo or Lisa, 'cause they're all in fucking Ireland. Do you understand? It's like, so I had to be someone here. Because I said a lot of things, and I just wanted him to clarify a few things that I've said. Like, for instance, Scott Leon Knight reached out to me, right? Now, he's a normal lad, moved up to Balliol, knows a lot about the ecstasy scene. Well, here, like I said, hand on heart, would your mod, hey, would one of your mods do that for you? Hey, and this is my second microphone. You know what I mean? They're not fucking cheap, them microphones, them little ones. You know, nah, listen, he recognised the fact I was in fucking pain, and he come up, we had a coffee, and I was just waiting for the bastard I was waiting for George to come in, but he won't bring George in, and George is only a baby, like, George is only 10 months old. But listen, like I said, you have to recognise people. While they're here, you know, men need to stop whispering. You have a voice and let it be heard. You know, let it be heard. It's like, you know, I knew some of the toughest guys ever. Right?
Is your power switch for the boiler in there?
Yeah, brother.
I'll just switch it on.
Yeah, go for it, mate. I just don't want to be in your way, that's all. Yeah, it's just over the kettle.
Yeah.
That one there, brother, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just going to test the boiler now.
Okay, brother. Yeah, I do sometimes lose me shit. I get very emotional when I'm in pain. Cause it's like, I'm like, I keep, how fucked up is this? I keep thinking God's punishing me. Don't get me wrong. Well, here's how it is. It's like, Lisa, well, yeah, it was my granddad who bit the fucking lump off his ear. Joe knows. My granddad. But me and Mark got on because it's like, he lived on Landon Road. Now at the time, my cousins, like Lola Stevens, Tracy Stevens, Glenn Stevens, my ma and Carmel Stevens are sisters. Now, one of the, like, my cousin is married to Dee Dee O'Driscoll, right? Well, second cousin, whatever, fucking. But, and like I said, I went to school with Dee Dee and Kenna and Harpo in Bluebell because after the fire, my nanny had already lived in Bluebell, but the time of the fire when we lived in Fatima Mansions, the O'Driscolls lived in the flats, the O'Sullivans, Pat O'Dunn, Jay Dunn, Sharon Dunn, Mandy Dunn. In fact, Sharon Dunn's my little godmother, and Bobby Joe. Now, I don't know whether they're still together or not right now, because I left there years ago. Anyway, cut a long story. Okay. So I put up a picture at a funeral. You know, like, the amount of dead people I have pictures of. And people that haven't seen certain pictures, like, I just released them. So last night I just made a little video or whatever. Sorry, I think someone had already made it for me. It was ages ago. But I just reposted the last night because all my shit had been on private. How stupid is that? You know? Yeah, Landon Road. No, fuck it. Yeah, well, it's like, as you come off Landon onto Coilmore, and then when you go around at the Assumption, my cousin Wayne Olds has a fucking, he's one of the Boylans. Now, I have an auntie called Sarah O'Toole, she's dead now, right? Now, my ma and Joe Knowles are brother and sister, and me cousin Christy, he was more of an O'Toole because he used to live with the granny. Now, he lived in Oliver Bond at the time. Now, yeah. Well, yeah. So then, it's like at 10, I moved up. Kenneth O'Driscoll and Didi O'Driscoll, Alec O'Driscoll and Bernie O'Driscoll. Lorraine Clifford, Robert Clifford, they live 5 doors down from me. Mandy Clifford, am I talking about the same ones? They live, no, let me, right, so mine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 doors down. Hang on a minute. No, I think I'm thinking of it. Hang on. I think I'm thinking of different Cliffords, Pablo, because I lived on, the road I lived on, yeah, the Halls lived on there, the Cliffords, Des Bourne, Franna Gavin, the Smiths, Dave Hand, Martha Douglas. Martha Douglas was 3 doors away from me. Like, I remember as a kid going out with him on the cart, setting up, like going over to the field, getting speckles. You know what I mean? She's at the back. The horse was at Good Morning. The horse was always staked at the back of the community centre, so I'd go over with me bag of fucking, no, not at all, Pablo. I don't know anyone from Killer, really. But anyway, I live now, Martha Douglas lived 3 doors away from me, so he used to sell coal logs, briquettes and all, so I'd go up to the field. You know what I mean? It's only about 11, 12. And I'd have me bag like that, you know, just shaking it and slowly walking towards the horse. You know how it is, Clark. Horses are clever cunts, you know what I mean? And every time, like, you know, but she was staked up, but she got off. Bro, I left it, it's like because I met someone really special, bro. And as soon as I knew I liked that, I deleted it. Like I said, now, can you imagine, right, if I had a combined in me live me with me YouTube? You know what I mean? I walked away from a great team. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, and now it's like, yeah, they're flying in the air, like, you know what I'm saying? But, what was your ID, bro? What was your tag on there? Nobody in here would know. So, you don't have to worry about that. But, I used to talk to loads of people on there. Here, guys, there's an app for you if you're single. It's called Live Me. And you can go basically live like this, except for a lot more people were coming to mine than on here, let's say. And then, yeah, I left it. I deleted the app, in fact. It's like, and I had like, fuck's sake, man, about 20. I don't know, it was a lot, I had a lot. Sometimes you can get, like I said, Jesus Christ, man. I was following 20,000 people and fucking I had about 15,000 people watching me every night. But I just left it, you know what I mean? I just like to talk and get things off my chest, you know. It's like, well, I'm more open now because it's like I've accepted my fate and I've dealt, well, I'll never be able to deal with the past. I can only try cope as best I can. Does that make any sense? You know, 'cause I'm not gonna sit here and fucking torture myself forever. You know, my little brother's 40 today. Hey, I didn't think I'd see till I'm 40. You know, it's like, but me mad being proud because me and the two boys are still together in the same house. You know what I mean? It's like, and all that, like, she wanted us all to stay together. You know what I mean? And was I a mommy's boy? Fuck yeah. And I'm the oldest, right? But after the fire, you know, like I said, me mum, me ma, yeah, around her, it destroyed her, it broke her. She ended up in Brandon's, Lowman's, sorry, for nearly 3 years. So, yeah, so then, like I said, I had to move to Bluebell to my granny's, Bernard Curtis house, you know what I mean? Oh man, I tell you one thing, the amount of fires I used to light, it's not even fucking funny, man, because a little fire that fucking toasted me, brother and sister. And I carry that with me forever, you know, like, I know they're at peace, you don't visit me anymore, really. It's rare they visit me. But I do have people that visit me when I'm asleep, and there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? And it's horrible. It's like reliving a traumatic event through your consciousness when you're asleep. You know, I studied a lot about dreams and what they mean, and like loads of different stories. Like, you know, I sleep off, right? Cause what happens is I don't sleep very well. I'm in pain constantly. Man, it's rare I sleep 4 straight hours without waking up. And what happens is then, by the end of the week, it's like I'll be that tired. And I'm just tired of being tired. Of being tired. Well, like I said, I have a chick, man, so. Lisa, thanks very much for coming in, and thanks very much for your kind words. You know, that means a lot to me, you know, for me fellow country people. To understand, like, you know, fuck's sake, on Mars is on Mars. You know, you don't fucking slag a man's man, you get fucking killed for that. You know, like I said, you get characters, right, that are like walking grenades. Now, thanks very much, Lisa, for coming in and for your kind words. Now, like I said, you know what, like, you know, it's nice to hear things like that, you know, 'cause I know she'll be proud. You know, it's just like, my dad worked in a hospital for 30 years, yeah, as a porter, you know, and he always wanted to be well, he was a DJ, except for he done it on a voluntary basis every Sunday in Beaumont Hospital. He moved from Jervis Street, when I was a kid, he worked in Jervis Street, and then he got moved to Beaumont. Beaumont had only been built at the time. And what I didn't realise was, now at the time I didn't get it. It's like, but he used to say to me, Jude, it's like, be quiet, you know what I mean? He'd bring me in as an excuse to go for a jar after, you know what I mean? Like, look, anyway, like my dad never took drugs or anything like that, same as my mum, right? Fuck's sake. But my father used to do hospital radio on a Sunday, okay?
All done, mate, it's fine.
Mate, I'm sorry about the smoke.
Oh, you're fine. I'll just switch it off there.
Yeah, man. Nice one, bro. But he wanted to do it as a job. Are we all good?
All good, yeah.
God bless you,
Alright,
mate.
see you
Thanks
now.
very much. My dad wanted to do it as like it was a hobby, but he said to me, I remember him saying to me, do it. Well, because he used to talk, you know what I mean? It was a live broadcast, so it's like he used to always go like that to me, and he'd tell me, just will. You know what I mean? Then he'd play a sample or a jingle, you know what I mean? While watching, and he'd say to me, Jude, there's a lot of sick people in this hospital that don't have a lot to entertain or occupy themselves. So, because we have the hospital radio, it helps. Now, this studio was used every single day when it was built. There was like £100,000 more of equipment in it. You want to see this fucking studio, man. You want to see the size of the mixing boards on them and fucking... And like I said, I'm very good at, like, if you tell me to do something once, right, now, depending on what it is, when it comes to the internet, listen, I don't know much. Listen, me shit was on fucking private for nearly fucking, I don't know how long. And I only got on it yesterday, I only copped on. How stupid is that? Everything's been on private. But, me dad, like, so, he loved music right now. Like I said, it was a hospital radio now. The guest my father interviewed, right, he interviewed Johnny Cash, and, because Johnny Cash was playing in the Olympia Theatre in Dublin, and don't ask me how, but my dad ended up getting him to the fucking hospital station. And you know what? He got me ma and dad, like VIP tickets, in the Olympia, and he got pictures taken backstage, and you know what I mean. And he interviewed a few people, a few Irish artists, like back then, like, you know what I mean. He interviewed Aslan, I'm sure it was Aslan, now don't quote me on it. 100% Johnny Cash interviewed him, had a few, whatever. But yeah, he had a portfolio, my father, of all the people he'd interviewed, like the Furies, and, you know, they'd come because they're family friends, because they're Ballyfermot people, the Fury brothers, yeah. Finbar and Davey Arthur, he interviewed, like any of my brothers will tell you, you know what I mean, the pictures are somewhere, it's like, but yeah, my dad knew and recognised that there were sick people in the hospital, even kids, you know. But yeah, so, listen, that was, I know my father would have loved him to be able to do it as a job, but instead, he had to give up his dream, because he had his family to feed, right? So it's like I said, for me, if the dream on here for me is to get 1,000, right? I don't, Pablo. Like I said, I've been here fucking a quarter of a century. Like I said, I'm trying to think of who he interviewed. He interviewed a couple of Western, what's that music called? Country music. Oh, so I'll ask me brother when he gets up. But I know he interviewed Johnny Cash, and he ended up getting tickets at the Olympia. It was either the Olympia or the Gaiety, my bad. But my point being, he recognised that there was sick people listening to him. And yeah, anybody knows where Ballyferm, Cherry Orchard, right? So he had, every morning he got up, a bus from Cherry Orchard, right, into town, and then a bus from town out to Beaumont. You know what I mean? It's like, and then the same back. It's like, and he never drove. Me dad, he always pushed it. You know what I mean? How mad is that, right? And I've always busted to work, like for 23 years, I busted to work now. Busted me ass and me back. You know what I mean? But look at the positives that's come out of it. I've got the kids funding on me housing estate through me son, because he used to live over there, look, for 11 years, right? Oh, there. You know, like I said, me mammy was here, sitting here, looking over at me, waving, just over there, me poor old man. You know what I mean? It's like I still, you know what I mean? I still see me kids playing on the street over there in that house for 11 years. It's haunted as fucking well. Like, I used to work nights, like, my had a house blessed and all, and then a travelling lady moved into it and asked my ex, did she ever feel like there was a presence in the house, and that lady got it blessed. How fucked up is that? I never seen anything or heard anything, you know what I mean? No, like I said, one sec, but yeah, so I lived across there. Me lad lived across there, and right, there's a guy on my manor called John Scott. Shout out to John Scott for working with the youngsters in the area. Now a lot of the kids, like, they can test your patience, but you're the adult, right? You're in control. Anyway, so Manchester City, these kids, right, now, you've got a facility now, right? But they wouldn't have gotten it only for I opened me up and stood up. I said to my son, now my son is a head of lead youth worker, right? And he's the one that decides where the funding goes. So I was like, can't you help? Can't you sort something out? He said, Dad, it's not that fucking easy. It's a different city. He's like, I'll see what I can do. So my mate John Scott, he's been working with them kids for the last 4 years in that park, right? And he said to me, Jude, they won't release the funding. They won't give it us. They say that there's other areas more unprivileged than the one we're on. Like, we have a park and fucking all this, whatever. So the fucking, you know, every application that was processed, it's like it was pointless. So I reached out to my son and I said, right, you lived on this housing estate for 4 years, yeah? You've gone off, you've got a degree. Do you remember when you failed your maths test 3 times? Do you understand? And on your 4th time, you need your maths to get in uni, right? Anyway, my lad failed 3 times. His maths fucked him up, right? And on the 4th time, this is what I'm saying, repetition. Even if you fail, you still try to succeed. Like I said anyway, so I had to reach out to my son. I said, son, listen, you lived on this housing estate. You know what I mean? It's like, the kids are in the park, hail, rain, fucking snow, you know, in the pissings of rain sometimes, and you know what? he has them doing circuit training, and he's been doing it with them for the last few years. So I rang my son, and my son got them funded. Now, like I said, the fella that, one of me pals, now, some of these kids have won Duke of Edinburgh awards, right? Now, this is what I'm saying. Even when people in society give up on you, you know what I mean? There's other people there. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. Now, so anyway, I had a word with me fucking lad. Now, the lad that's working with all these youngsters in the environment, he's got a couple of sponsors. So, my lad got him the 4 forms that he needs. It's like, listen, when you're working with kids, you have to get certain checks and stuff, like, you know what I mean? It's procedure. You know, if you've nothing to hide, you've nothing to worry about. And honest people don't have nothing to worry about. So, my lad got the forms processed, all 4 of them. And now my man has a new building. Now, they don't own the building, but it's a facility. It's a solid facility because he's got the funding. You know what I mean? Now he has the Princess Trust behind him, backing him. Is that not another W? Do you understand? Shit, me our justice for the 97. R.I.P. Rhys Jones. R.I.P. Jamie Bulger. Yeah, Denise, man. Denise Bulger, man. Like I said, here, and another thing, if you ever watch this John Venables, you know how priceless your eyes are. Hey, you know there's a bounty on both your eyes, you know. Like I said, if you're in jail or you speak to people in jail or you go and visit people in jail, or you put money in people's canteens in jail. And like I said, you talk to people in jail. And they tell you things, what's happening on the wing, who's in this, who did. But one day, your eyeballs will be secured like that. Either on the end of, this is how it's gonna go, speaking of stabbing eyeballs. Now, me personally, I do it for free. Now, you unless you put, listen, it's going to be very hard, but listen, that's all you need, is something with a point on it. Even that doesn't matter. Like I said, once you hit the fucking money shot, right there, hang on, I'm going to poke me eyeball out, but because that motherfucking bastard pleading not guilty and fucking putting that woman through fucking torture, you cunt. Yeah. A cleaner will catch you. You have to be lucky for the rest of your life, you dirty bastard. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, justice for Denise Bulger, man. Guys, can you do me a favour, yeah? Pablo, thanks very much for coming in. Here, there's a petition online from, now, do you know what? I don't know Sam Walker, yeah? But I seen a video he made, and he was saying there's a petition online, guys, yeah? To stop that bastard from getting out. Cause the last time he got out, he done something. He found loads of shit on his fucking laptop. My man is a walking bounty. Do you understand? Like, I'd fucking do it for free. You know what I mean? And there's gonna be one day where you're in the fucking yard, where you're going to another wing, yeah? And somebody is gonna be on the way back from a visit or a fucking whatever, been in the governor's office or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, and if I was with one screw and I seen you, I'd have to knock the screw out real quick. And then it's like I'd have a fucking screw with you. You know, but you'd have 2 screws with you. So it'd have to be 2 cleaners, it'd have to be synchronized. You know what I mean? It's like, but you know what I'm saying? Look, there's loads of, look, what he did, there's no coming back from that. Once you're on the sex offenders register, there's no coming back from that. Once you flash your Mickey, there's no coming back from that. Once you flash your balls, there's no coming back from that. You know, there's not. Not in not in the world I live in anyway. You know, hey, like I said, we all want to protect our children, and we all want our children to do better than we did. You know what I mean? We all want to make our mas and dads proud of us. You know what I mean? I did, and I didn't at the same time. You know what I mean? But I've no problem saying I'm a recovering heroin addict. Now, people that know me, it's like, I'll tell you. Me brothers, they'll tell you. I'm 48. My little baby brother is 40 today. You know what I mean? Now, he's going on holiday in a few days. Like I said, he's 40 today. I'm hoping to reach that milestone. Both me brothers, I've watched over them. I've been their keeper. It's like, and if anyone fucked with them, I'd handle it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'd do my best to handle it. If I couldn't, you know what I mean, at least I fucking went out swinging or tried. But like I said, well, you don't know, but me, I don't need to know, but my brothers will tell you what I'm like. You know what I mean? I put a fucking hole like in the mail. Just don't threaten me family, that's it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know something, right? All our mas, they don't send us out to do wrong. You know, neither does our pappy. It's like, you know, and then you fucking go out and you see all your mates doing it. And I was a follower of me as a kid. But at the same time, out of 60, 70 people that used to pal around across from my house, you know what I mean? We all knew our role. And we were only young, but we knew what we knew. And do you know something, right? I knew some of the hardest men in the world, okay? Not just Ireland, the fucking world, right? But a couple of them who are serious problems for people. They were so fucking feared and hard and had this reputation, and fucking everyone was afraid of him. But guess what? He wasn't brave enough to talk to someone and tell them he was feeling suicidal. You know what I mean? Because straight away then people think, or I can take liberties here. That's the worst thing you can do. Like, you know what I mean? But men need to stop whispering. And you need to start talking about mental health issues. You know, you need to accept it. And once you accept it, it's like, you know what I mean? Society's gonna throw loads of mud at us. Oh, yeah, he's up. Oh, he's a no. Don't ever do that to me anyway, like in person. Don't ever call me that. You know, 'cause I'd lose me shit with you. You know. Like, the last few people that I've ended up losing me tempo with, yeah, it didn't end up too well for them. And Bungle, he'll never forget me, man, 'cause I caved his fucking head in. It's his own fault for putting his hand on a woman. Like, proper men, I can only speak for myself. I'm a proud Irishman. I've never hit my children in my life. Because my dad, like I said, the second half of my dad's life was different. you know. Like, I was only a boy, and I thought I knew it all, you know. I thought I was a tough guy. And yeah, that went right out the window, man, when I was fucked into that van. We'll see how tough you are now, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I was getting cracked with everything. But I tell you what, it's like I said back then, now, there's no quit in me. There is, but I just refuse. And I hit 48 on the 29th of August, and on my, on that statue over there, right, on my and dad's ashes, on the 29th of August, I won't just turn 48, I'll turn 27 years off heroin. How's that? Imagine being an alcoholic, right? Think about it, right? No difference, right? Imagine not having a drink for 27 years, would you be thirsty? Anyway, cheers. Me too, I'm thirsty. So that's another milestone, another target. I just keep hitting targets. I have to, and I have to show people around me that, you know, and I put my mind to, even if I think it's not my fight, or, but I'd fight for the kids around here in order for them to get a secure location, because, and these kids I'm talking about, they're all a decision away from a jail sentence, you know, and it's like there's more for them in life, you know. It's like inspire them, you know, all these big fucking hard men. Listen, I could have written a book, fuck the book, you know. One of my mates is an author, and Bernard O'Mahony. Now the book is fucking, I'm supposed to write a paragraph for this book, right? Now, that just goes to show you, you know, good morning, Sean. Me fucking, yeah, like, I brought one of me mods here purposely to witness a few things. That mod, me mate Foxy, right? Now, like I said, would your mod, knowing that you're in paying over at 1 to 10, like my pain's like a fucking 12, but I try to fucking, like, just cause I do have a smile on my face, it's like, I have degenerative disc disease, okay? I was a scaffolder, I was a butcher, I was a chef. Now, I done other shitty jobs, but I paid tax for 23 years. And I was just saying to me, look, I miss, don't get me wrong, me head's telling me body to do shit I can't do. And because I had a few crashes and a few falls, let's say, I had an accident at work as well. And I had an MRI, and basically what degenerative disc disease does is, now, the doctor said, it's also wear and tear, and, you know, but me L3, 4 and 5, and me O3, 4 and 5 have no spinal fluid in them. So, me vertebrae are basically like that, just like knuckles rubbing together, yeah? So, me L3, 4 and 5 is compromised, yeah? There's nothing I can do about that. That's, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what gets you 23 years of busting it to work. Doing a 3-man job every fucking day. Because I've always been a section leader, a supervisor, whatever role I've done. You know, and I was always good at anything I had to put my mind to. I was a good butcher. You know, I worked in an abattoir in Ashton. The Dalehead Foods, it's called there. I think it's called Tulip now. we used to kill 2,200 pigs a day. 2,200 a day. Like, how fucking mad is that? I was working on a boning line, on a leg line. You know what I mean? It's like fucking just boning out legs of pork. I was a scaffolder for 5 years. But for 2 of them years, I was a labourer. And that's how I ended up getting the scaffolding job, because I was on a job in Manchester with this company called SGB. The agency sent me there. It's in Clayton, just the other side of the Strawberry Duck pub. Went for the interview, got the job, you know, and I was a labourer. I'd say a good 18 months in, and I got sent to another job, which was well nearer to my house, everything, and I went and I had the job within 5 minutes. I just showed me qualifications. This is what I'm about. Know what I mean? I have my CV on a disc, not a fucking paper. Don't get me wrong, I have copied once, but I don't need a CV anymore. Right, we have helicopter. I'm fucking sick listening to that bastard helicopter, man. Because there's always something going on the manor. Oh, my little brother's 40 today. Now come on, me, go in here, look. Nah, that's just my life insurance policy. Tell you what, man, it's a blinding day out, look. You know, I love the trees, you know. There's 2 owls in that motherfucker up there. And there's a hawk losing that one there. Now, like I said, there's greenery all around me. I've looked out here many days right now, I remember. And I was just looking in the, I just, you know, casually if you just glance into your garden, and I've seen this fucking bird on top of a pigeon, yeah? Had its claws in it and was ripping feathers everywhere. A hawk was. And I think they're amazing birds, like, you know what I mean? Eagles, kestrels, you know what I mean? Like in Russia and all. Do you ever see them? They bring them fucking hunting. You know, sick. And then they come back to the fucking, you know what I mean? Like a fucking boomerang. Yeah, like a boomerang. You know what I mean? And it comes back. But yeah, here last night, guys, see that Andrew? He is a motherfucker. Anybody talks about the dead is a motherfucker. But what he said last night, if I ever met him in person, I'd smash him in the nose. Bang! And I'd fucking uppercut the cunt. I'd be like that. Let's go, mate. Even though I have a fucking leg, like, bam, bam, bam. I fucking, for a 47-year-old, I just stand there, bro. Come on. Let's go. I'll hit you with that. Or that. Or then. Bam, 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 bam. Mum's gonna knock you out. For talking about the dead, you dirty bastard, you. Like, obviously he wasn't loved as a child, you know. Now listen, I know I'm no oil painting, but I guarantee you, right, he was that ugly as a kid. His ma had to put a rasher around his neck for the fucking dog to play with him. Know what I mean? Oh, you know Andrew, when he's had a drink, fuck that shit. Everybody used to say the same with Ash Drink. He's another idiot I dealt with. Giving her all that online, but you know when you say something, get me out, listen bro. I'm outside your house. Come on out and have a talk with me. It's another bitch. Or, if I was a Cork boy, I don't fucking care, boy. I'm from Cork. Well, you're not from Dublin, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna start going into the cesspit more now. I'm just gonna go back. You know what I mean? Cause yeah, have a bit of fun. You know, but like I said, I'm not on here to aggravate anybody. Well, like I said, Foxy, shout out to Foxy. He come up last night. Well, not last. Yeah, last night at about. Come up at about 9:20. He brought me up some of that. What's it called? Shatter. Have any of you ever heard of it? Oh, he did say something, but nothing major. Like he just told me I was stupid, basically. On one of my posts on YouTube. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's fair enough too. But there's no kings in Ireland. Anybody that thinks they're a king in my country is a jester. Like I said, anybody who claims to be a king that's from Ireland is automatically me fucking enemy. You know what I mean? There's no kings. There was years ago because fucking England colonised us for fucking 800 years and split our fucking country up. And that Cork prick is talking about kings. Are you fucking joking? Obviously, Sean, it's an Irish thing. Yeah, it's a fucking Irish thing. Just like watching fucking, yeah. Yeah, that's me pain medicine. It looks like piss, but see that? It's £100 a bottle. You know what I mean? And Foxy, like I said, he's not just me mod. He's my fucking mate. You know what I mean? You think of hit me up. What mod would do that for you? You know, people need to earn that shit. You can't just expect to come onto YouTube and to get like so many subs because it's hard. You know, it's really hard. Listen, I'm not on here to compete with anybody. I'm not part of any team. I have my own. I'm the best mods going, bro. Yeah, you too. Hey, here, before you go, Sean. He did call me an idiot, basically. He commented on one of my posts and said something like, I don't know what I'm talking about, and anyway, whatever, but it's all love. I don't hate the lad. I was just acting the bollocks, but you have to earn your stamps on here, Sean. You know that. Come on, many lives do you go in? Like, you know. And, like I said, if I had an issue with him, he'd know about it. Trust me. But look, he's only a young lad. I don't know shit about him. I've never been into his life. I'm more annoyed with Andrew and all fairness, Sean. Look, I don't know what's going on with King Irish and all, right? And the cesspit, but like I said, it is what it is. You know, if the truth of the matter be told, I would fucking helicopter again, man. Like I said, there's only, yeah, I don't have anybody that I talk to that I don't know me. or I don't, like, I'm not here to be a dickhead or, but, like, I'm no dickhead, that's the point. I'm no tough guy or hard man or fighting man either, Sean. I can just fight. Oh, well, that's good, isn't it? You know what I mean? Nah, yeah, Sean, you wouldn't understand it, 'cause it's a Cork and Dublin thing. It's like a Mank and Scouse thing, you know, or Rangers and Celtic. You know what I mean? I'm from Cork, boy. And fuck you, I'm from Dublin. They call us Jack Ains in Cork. Nah, it's just fucking banter, like, you know, I've no issue with the lad. I don't even know him. But I have got an issue with that Andrew for what he said last night. Right, guys, please, right, you know how much our ma means to us. And if you're lucky enough to still have your ma, you know. But listen, there's no coming back from that now. You cannot, look, imagine someone said, you're going to dig up your mum and fuck her and things like that. Putting a thought like that into another person, another fellow man, you know, obviously he wasn't loved as a baby, you know, but he's weak. 'Cause he can't go through life without being off his nut, you know. He's a little man syndrome, we call it. You know what I mean? Oh, you're a big tough guy, but now if someone knocked at your door like me, bro, you would shit yourself. And I'm no tough guy, but I tell you one thing, I'd roll you like, oh. Like I said, combos in me head are like moves and chess. I'd only hit you once and you'd hit the floor, and you know, I've not fought in a ring ever. I fought in the streets plenty of times. Spunkfish shouldn't be on panels again, simple. I never even spoke to him, Sean. But Sean, now if King Irish said something like that, I'd have a problem with him. Like, but it's fucking banter. Like, it's like Liverpool and Manchester. You know, we just rip each other. I'm not saying he's a bad lad. You know what I mean? In all fairness, you know, I think he can be funny sometimes, and I know I could help him. That's the horrible thing, you know. Like I said, you know, here's the thing, Sean, yeah? Sometimes, like, I have a little disagreement with someone, and, you know, it's like, I'm not going to apologise for what I said. It's, you know what I mean? You come on my YouTube channel and fucking basically told me I didn't know what I was talking about and I was a fucking idiot, but it's all love. Compliment me on a line, insult me on the next. I'm really sorry you want me to have a heart attack. You know. Nah, look, it's YouTube, yeah? But like, I'd never hear in a million fucking years if I, listen, even if I, see, a lot of years it crack under pressure, right? But growing up, it's like, because of all the stupid shit I did, I got myself into a bit of trouble. I got myself a couple of ornaments, reminders of me I don't need no reminders about me fucking childhood. It's like, but I went on then to do stupid stuff which got me blasted with a 12 gauge in me right fucking leg. Where'd you want it, in your head? Or your leg? Me leg, boom! Didn't give me time to think. 2 occasions I've been shot, right? Once by me mate by accident. He hit me there, hit me there. It's like, and on me legs as well, right? But me mate Deco, oh, he caught him in the eye, in the lip, in the neck. You know what I mean? Fuck. Buckshot is a motherfucker. We didn't even know it was buckshot. It was the first time I fucking, like, you know, fucked about like that with me mates. And we bought a shotgun. We bought a shotgun. And it's like the motherfucker was rusted the fuck, and You know what I mean? Like the firing mechanism, you had to cock it with a screwdriver in order for it to release. You know what I mean? So, I'm 30 yards away from me mate, right? I can't listen. When I think back, I'm just saying roughly around 30 yards, maybe 35 yards away. And the prick, he stood like this, right? With a fucking screwdriver, yeah? It's like, now, like I said, the mechanism, the way it was fired, you had to cock the fucking thing back. So me mate, Robert Murray, me and Deco Lyons were on the fucking railway line, right? Like I said, about from, look, 35 yards. Anyway, he's like that and I'm like, back! Turn the fucking thing the other way. You know what I mean? It's like next to all, bang! I was on the deck, man. You know what I mean? Because I had my hands like that, because I was like, bad. Did it? And it went off. And because I was pointing that way in my hand, the trajectory of the projectiles that come out of the shell. It's like I had my hand up, because I was like, fucking giving it all that, and look. See where it got me, look. Bang. But like buckshot. You know what I mean? And I had to try and get it out of me fucking arm real quick because it was burning. You know what I mean? The stupid cunt. And I told him. And it's like, you know, I love him. He's not here anymore. Like, like I said, he had asthma, and on Boxing Day, Stevens' Day, he had like a really bad asthma attack, yeah, and his dad had the same thing, because dad's had to sleep with a nebulizer on most nights, yeah, but he couldn't get a breath, as dad told me. You know what I mean? It's like fucking, he went upstairs, and his dad said he heard a bang, and then another bang, and what it was, when he hit the floor, cause he had the fucking nebulizer attached to him and he fell, the gas bottle fell. His dad went upstairs and he was that colour. But like I said, everyone keeps asking me, Sean, to go into King Irish's life. And if him and Phil and Boy have squashed their beef or whatever, I'm happy for them. Because it's all bollocks, man. You know, and people want to see everyone argue and fucking fall out. I've no issue with the lad, right? That's all I can say. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. But, nah, Sean, tell him I've no issue with him, for fuck's sake. You know, it's only acting the bollocks. It's YouTube, man. It's YouTube. Fucking YouTube. Someone's knocking at the door, but like I said, I love birds, you know. This is, like I said, this is my little piece of heaven, you know. Like, that's for me nephew. 1 second there. I need to get a screw back on that. And life's about 3 steps. Way, and then you fall off. Shit, I can't. It's for my nephew, you know what I mean? He has autism. Bless him. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's just like it's a little tree house, and there's a little slide, and there's trampoline and stuff, and there's a bouncy castle in the shed, big huge one for the kids, and you know what I mean, it's secured, you can't get out, you know. One sec, just, oh. In fact, what am I doing here? I'm losing, bleeding, rattling. Like I said, Foxy's fucking medicine has helped me a little bit. You know what I mean? So shout out to Foxy. Like I said, right, your mods. Like, well, nothing without, and do you know what, like, it's rare I ask people to share my shit, but, you know, if they want to see my channel grow or whatever, it's up to YouTube. You know, I can't make anybody like me. I'm not on here to be liked. You know, I have a message. You know, don't just whisper. You know, you have a voice. Let it be heard. Especially if you're thinking of fucking ending your life. You know, it's like, talk to somebody. It doesn't matter who, a stranger, a family member, a fucking friend on Facebook, an acquaintance, anyone. You know, because, like I said, amongst men, you know what I mean? Fuck it, I don't care. I don't mind talking about feelings and stuff like that. And you can get you killed, you know, but it's like, I just, you know, like what Paddy the Baddy said, you know, I've had a friend who took his own life in jail, yeah. They had kids, had a missus, had a sister, had a ma, had a dad. And I've seen a few people crying at funerals, a few people's mothers, and you know something, it's the most helpless feeling in the world. You can't do anything about it. We just have to accept and move on if we can. You know, it's not easy because, Jesus Christ, everybody is different. But if you are raised well, you know, we knew right from wrong. And yeah, I was a little bastard, I was. But I done a lot of stuff on my own. And after my mates burnt me at home, see the sweat rolling up me? Oh, yeah, but after my mates burnt me and sent me up, and it's like, you know what, fuck all yous, you know what I mean? Because all my friends were addicts. Well, not all of them, that's a lie. I'd say 85% were. Yeah. Fucking hell. You got more fucking sweaty bricks in. Let's head off. Come on. I can't even be asked making fucking joints. Oh. Right, you know what? I'm gonna come off this. But anyway, shout out to everyone. Shout out to all my mods for coming in. I need to do a couple of things, so I'll be back at 1:30, guys. God bless.